Hey, what's up, guys? Uh, Weird topic this time. I want to talk about the video game Skylanders and specifically some of the stuff surrounding it. If you don't know what it is, it's like a dungeon crawling game that's for kids. It's on every system, like current system PlayStation 3, Xbox, Wii. It's on 3DS. And the cool and interesting thing about it is when you buy Skylanders, it comes with a couple action figures, and it has like this little portal thing that you set them on. And when you do that, it puts the character in the game, and you get to play as that Skylander character. Um, and even cooler is you could take that character and its progress. I think I haven't played the game. I actually, we'll get into that. You can take that character and its progress, and you can bring it to your friend's house. And let's say your friend has it on the Wii, but you have the PS3 version. Well, that's okay. The character's going to transfer, and it's all good. Very cool idea, and I like it. And I'll be honest, I kind of want to play the game. I like dungeon crawlers. I think something like this would be fun. Um, so I have no problem with the game existing. I have no problem with the idea. But of course, predictably, you could buy more Skylanders characters that are not with the game. They sell them separately for $7.99. And just as predictably, parents are now in a frenzy, going crazy, looking for these fucking Skylanders characters. And I just think it's fucked up. I think there's nothing wrong with the game. I think there's nothing wrong with the idea. I don't blame Activision for totally cashing in the way they are on this. I think Activision is smart. And like I said, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the idea. Making a couple extra bucks on a game by tying toys into it, no problem, right? But it's kind of fucked up that the parents are out there now like running around trying to get every single fucking I don't even have a problem with them getting some of the toys for the kids so they have some extra characters in the game. What I think is fucked up is is them trying to get them every fucking character that exists for the game because you don't need them. And it's so bad that I actually yesterday saw a dad came into the store and he saw the 3DS version of the game, and it came, each copy of the game comes with a couple characters, and it came with this character that he's been looking everywhere for and he couldn't find, and so he bought the 3DS version of the game with that came just for the character. Like his kid doesn't even have a 3DS. They don't own a 3DS. He bought that version of the game just so the kid could have an extra character. So he paid $70 for an $8 figure so his son could have an extra character to play in his game. And that is what I have the problem with. That is what I think is fucked up. I just think it's consumerism at its worst. And you've seen it over and over and with different things. Like I remember Tickle Me Elmo in the 90s, Beanie Babies. I think there's the same thing with Pokemon where the kids will buy like different versions of Pokemon in the game just so they could get all the Pokemon in it. And I don't blame the kids or the companies for doing it. I don't blame the companies for making it. I don't blame the kids for begging for them. I blame the parents for fucking feeding into this. I'm the only one that seems to think that there's something like completely fucked up that a dad would buy a 3DS version of the game for $70 so his son could have an extra figure, like extra character to play in his game. I've, I've other people are just like, dude, it's my good buddy Chris, who does movie dudes with me. He's like, well, it makes the kids happy, which makes the parents happy. And I'm like, when is enough enough? When do you tell a kid, hey, you have enough Skylanders figures, enjoy the game that you have and play with the characters that you have? When do we reach that moment? And I wrote a blog post about this. It's a little overly dramatic, as my writing can tend to be sometimes, but it's also kind of humorous. So I will link it down below. I'm not gonna get that dramatic about it here, but it's to me it's completely insane. It's insane, insane, insane. And like 3 weeks or a month from now, all the Skylanders will be back in the stores. You'll be able to find any one of them that you want, and no one will give a fuck then because kids will be moved on to whatever the fuck is next. And the parents will buy them whatever else is next to make them shut up. I don't know. This to me it points to bad parenting and stupid consumerism. And I kind of tied it into in my blog post. I often see parents, they just buy whatever their kid points at in the store, like, oh, Chuck E. Cheese game, or oh, Barbie game. And then they'll ask you, well, what's a good game for a kid? And you'll be like, Super Mario Brothers. And they'll be like, for a girl? Yeah, it's for a girl. Or they'll be like, oh, that's too much. You'll tell them, hey, get Super Mario Brothers for the DS. They're like, oh, they'll look at it, oh, that's too much. So then instead they'll buy them like 5 shitty games that equals up to the same price of one good game. Uh, and these 5 shitty games that the kids are going to play, each of them 5 minutes each, and be like, this game sucks. And they'll be like, give me more. I want more games. More, more, more. Give me more Skylanders. More, more, more. I need more. And I'm going on this rant to my dad last night, and he's like, remember He-Man? I was like, you son of a bitch, how dare you play the He-Man card? Because I was nuts about the He-Man toys, and my mom, God bless her, she would run around and fucking get them all for me. And I was spoiled as fuck for getting them all. But I don't think that lets her off the hook, and I was a fucking stupid kid. It makes a good point, You did the same thing when you were a kid. We did it for you. We bought you stupid shit that you wanted. Um, what's the harm? I don't know. What's the harm? I just think it's fucking. I think if parents gave a shit about anything as much as these stupid Skylanders figures, like fucking poverty would be cured within like a month. You know? It's just. And if they gave a shit about what their kids, played, maybe their kids would have good taste, and maybe their kids would go, hey, I'm good with a set of action figures, and I don't need every single one. Now, to be fair, I know a lot of parents are probably playing this game with their kids, and they're probably maybe just as into it as them. Maybe I'm completely off base, but I just think there's something. I keep coming back to the guy buying the 3DS version of the game just to get one figure that's inside of it. And to me, there's just something totally fucked up with that. But what do I know? And this there'll be a new craze after this at some point. I thought this one was brilliant. I saw this one coming, but just the behavior of the parents and their absolute desperation to find every single. That's the thing. I'm totally cool. You want to get them some extra figures for the game? That's awesome. They're cheap. Keeps them playing a little longer. And of course, shuts them up so you can go do other things and you don't have to pay attention to your kid. But buying them every single fucking one because little Johnny wants them right now. He's all of them. That to me is fucked up. But again, what do I know? I want to hear your thoughts on Skylanders and fads like these. Am I completely over the top? In my blog, yes. I can't kind of say all the same things here, or a lot of the same things here. But like I said, if you want to read the blog, I'll link it down below. But otherwise, just what are your thoughts on the whole Skylanders craze? Were you even aware Because I have to imagine there's a lot of gamers that don't have kids that aren't aware how desperate parents are out there right now for new Skylanders toys. I almost want to put the title of this video, how to find super rare Skylander toy, blah, blah, blah. Get a bunch of views from fucking parents. But anyways, those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts on it all? Later.